Okay. So today is the day one for the SOQL. We will cover the SOQL in two parts. Uh,
Okay.
so today's the class will be we will develop our understanding with the SOQL, and from the beginner level we will try to reach to the expert level,
Okay.
in which the I mean, from writing the simple SOQL queries, we will gradually increase our level, and we will try to, fetch the data from the related objects. Okay.
Okay.
So this is our query editor where you write your SOQL query. So, before that, the SOQL stands for the Salesforce Object Query
Query language.
Language. So basically, the whatever the data we are saving in our database, this technology helps us to fetch the data as per our requirement. And
Okay.
the Salesforce is required because when we write our logic, when we write our, the program,
Mm-hmm.
business requirement, when we have the business requirement and we want to, the either show the data, or we want to perform some operations on the data, then the Salesforce is the, is the technology which we require to get the data out. And that's the reason I am putting, the SOQL in our first two lectures before we jump into the development. Okay, because
Okay.
after all, we should able to understand that how we should we will be getting the data out from our database. Then only we will write our logic.
Yeah.
So we have the developer console, workbench, data loader.
Okay.
These three places we write our SOQL queries. Now today I will be showing you, two places. I mean the developer console and the workbench. That how we may, write our SOQL query in the developer console and the workbench. Okay. So the first query, and don't worry about the
Okay.
notes. I will be providing you all, the whatever I have written, I will be sharing with you. So I am, the first one I am using very simple query, and my problem statement is to get the ID of records from account object. Now, before we jump to the SQL query, are you aware with the record IDs? Hello?
Sorry, I was talking on mute.
Yeah, Raj, your voice is a little bit low. Can you speak a little bit louder?
How about now? Is that good?
Yeah, better.
Okay. Let me see.
So I'm saying that are you familiar with the record IDs?
Yes, I'm familiar with record IDs. Yeah.
Okay, 15 digit, 18 digit.
Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So my problem statement is to get the ID, I mean the record
Okay.
ID from the account object. Now, what I will be doing is Control Shift O.
Okay.
This is the one way to get your object details. Okay, I mean the field APIs and the types. So what I have done is
data type.
Okay. Control.
I'm familiar with that. Yeah. Control Shift O.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Okay, to give you an overall understanding, I understand all these things, but I don't mind refreshing my skills as well. But just to let you know,
Uh-huh.
and so that you, at least you can think about the speed, how we can go, and all those things, right? So I'm familiar with all these things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not completely new,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm kind of uh, scared to write. That's all. So
Okay.
I know anonymous windows. I know debug logs. I
Mm-hmm.
know. How we can query using SOQL and all those things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
that's just to give you an idea. So if you, I don't mind. I really don't mind refreshing my skills. If you are in if you are in some kind of flow and all,
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand and I totally agree with you.
Okay.
But
Okay.
if you want, you can increase your speed or pace. If you want to.
Okay. 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 No problem. So, okay. So, do you know, the if I say that, that I have the two objects and I have the relationship. So,
Mm-hmm,
there will be one parent, one child. So, how to
mm-hmm.
fetch the data from parent to child?
How do I get the data from parent to child?
Mm-hmm. Parent to child or child to parent.
Child to parent. Okay.
Do you know that?
So, um, hmm, kind of, but yeah, no.
Okay. Okay. No problem. No problem. So, we will reach to that level. Okay.
Sure,
Uh, just a minute.
sure.
Okay. So, the what I will be doing is that I will be taking the here as select, then ID from opt, and this how I will be getting my IDs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay. Now this is
yeah.
very simple. The very simple
Basic query. Yeah.
basic query. Okay. Same way, if you want to add the fields, then you can add the fields by putting the comma and the field APIs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay. Now,
yeah.
I have the requirement where, the let's go into the account and, for example, okay, take this one. So we have one where clause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Select ID from account. Select whatever field we want to query from that particular account where ID or name equal to the
Right.
Genius
That
point or
means the
whatever. Yeah.
condition, the condition that you are
Mm-hmm.
trying to put a filter on
Mm-hmm.
your
Yeah.
on your data, and you want to see the data on your filter, right? That whatever the
Mm-hmm.
condition you will mark after the where keyword, the data will be shown to you according to that, right?
Yep.
So I have the one requirement here that, for example, I have this data.
Okay.
Guineas point, okay, and this is the name of the account. So what exactly I need is I need account name from account where name is Guineas point. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what we will do, we have a syntax for such, the way we are using some the exclamatory, the relation mark, that is the for example Tarun's pen or something like that. So we have the the syntax to use in SQL, that is always put the slash sign before your this particular sign. Before your this sign, okay, put slash. Now let's see the result from here.
Double quote, maybe single quote.
Just So the only thing you have to add is this slash sign. Okay. If you will not, then you will get the error. Okay. Now this, this particular, the query will not work for the long test areas. For example, the description, if you have some data in the description field, then this will not work for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Tarun. Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. So we just, started with our SQL query, and we talked about the, this is our developer console, and this is our query editor, where we write our, the queries. So we first started with our, the simple query, and the purpose of the statement was to get the ID of records, all the records from the account object, and to open any of the object in our developer console to get the the complete details. That means the field APIs and everything. So we use the control plus shift plus O, and our you can type the object name there. For example, I just type the object name. So account.obj is the object. Then we wrote our, the SQL query, this one. Okay. And the second, we were discussing about the particular, the type of the SQL. So, like for example, when we have the data for in case that the Tarun's pen, something like this, and we have to get a filtration. The way we have to get the data related to that. For example, if I have the the data of any of the record where the record name is Tarun's pen, so I will be simply adding the backslash in my query. Okay.
Okay.
Now I have the null checks, and in the the Salesforce, whenever you are writing the logic as well, it is always it's in the best practice to check the null, or we sometimes say the null checks. So we have the one disk facility in our SQL as well, where we want to get the data, I mean the specific data. For example, there is a, the statement, uh, hmm, to get is where contact last name is null. So what I'm saying is, so this is my case object, and I need the data of the case where my contact last name is null. Okay.
Mhm.
So how I will be writing the query? Select ID from case where contact dot last name equal null. Let's see if it works or not. Okay. Now you might be confused with this, that what I am using this operator. So let me make it simple for you. Just for one. So this is my custom field, and I will be trying to get the case record where the test record one as a custom field don't have the should not have any data inside it. I mean this field should be blank. Okay. So okay. Now if I go and add this, okay, that means the with the null I am just checking whether my field has the data or not. If I am using equal null, that means this particular field should not have the any data. If I make it not equal, that means to check null, we should use operator equal to check not null, not equal. Okay, and I will execute. So unfortunately, I don't have any data. If I add the data here, and then I will update my query. Now I have the one recording. Any problem in this?
No.
Okay. Now we have, the some cases. For example, this field status. So this is a checkbox. Right now, just not checked. Okay. So might be, we need some data based on the filtration of the whether my checkbox is checked or not. So, I will be writing my query on this as well. Now, each checkbox in my SQL query will be treated as Boolean. Checkbox result is treated as Boolean, that is true or false. Okay. So it should be status only. Okay. Right. That means that these records, let me add this one here. If you will go and check your record, so it will be, for these records, your checkbox is checked. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are writing true, that means you are trying to get the data, you are trying to query your data whose checkbox is marked as checked. Okay, so if I just, the update this with false, so many, the records I have, and just to verify, the checkbox is unchecked. Okay, any problem in this?
No, I'm good.
Hello.
Hello. No, it's fine.
No, Prashant, I'm good.
Okay. Now, there is sometimes a requirement where if you have seen, and many times we have, speak like fuzzy logic. That means we are just writing, for example, if you have, the seen this particular logic working, when we write I for country, so all the country names with the, the starting with the I comes in our drop down list. Okay.
Mhm.
When we write, the R, so all the, the countries starting with the R comes into our option, right? So
Right.
this is, this may known as the fuzzy logic. Okay. Now, if I, they have to work on this, so let me write the logic. Uh, hmm, query will be no data, but I have the this one. Last name starting with AP. Okay. So, the I have to get all the context whose last name are starting with AP. Okay.
Okay.
Select ID, last name from context.
Contact.
Now, here, what will be my condition?
Like
Where?
where
Last name.
last name.
And we will write like here, like, okay,
Mhm.
like, and AP percentage sign, and let's see Apple. Okay. Now, just,
Mhm.
remember one thing, because your logic or your, your requirement was to check the first letter, I mean the first letters, first alphabets of, the of your
Last.
the first alphabet should be AP, and whatever, that comes after that. So you are writing AP percentage. If your requirement is to check the, the I mean AP in the last. So whatever, the whatever the alphabets, is coming in before the AP, so you will put like this. If you want that
Mhm.
AP should come in between, whatever, the alphabets should come in, I mean before or after AP,
Percent.
so you will write,
Percent.
okay,
Mhm.
this
Okay.
Yeah.
will be to check if, your word is starting with AP. To check if your word is ending with AP, to check if your word, word is containing AP in between. Okay. So you have to write your query using like operator and the alphabet to choose and your percentage sign.
Okay.
Now, let me just PLE. Let me try with that. So two things are coming. See, APPLE. So I am checking PL. So before the PL, I have AP and E. Here in the second record, I have RI and EY. Okay, because I am checking both sides, starting and the ending. Okay, if I will be just the going with LE, I'm checking all the the whatever the alphabets comes before LE, all the records should come. So here the record has changed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So this will be helping you when you are writing your fuzzy logic, that okay, the way you have to write your query to get the data based on the input of the user. So this will help you there. Okay. Now,
okay.
We have covered this. Okay. Now we have to lead source. Now what I'm going to discuss is that you have the pick list. Okay. So
okay.
Just a minute, let me explain you that. So for example, your statement is or have lead is either web or coding. Now, this is my problem statement. Okay. Now, any the I mean, Can you help me that how I should write the query?
Should be select ID, comma lead source.
Yes.
Where lead source equal to that web backslash phone.
Sorry.
I guess backslash or backslash.
Mm-hmm. Backslash.
Backslash. Yeah.
Here.
No, after that single quote.
After.
We can use R condition, right?
Sorry, unable to understand you.
I guess we can use the R condition.
Or, okay. Mm-hmm.
We can do same thing. Lead source equal to phone inquiry or something.
Just one mistake I am doing. And the second option?
Phone inquiry. Yeah.
Okay. So shall we try? So we are getting the data. But what if I, so this is also one query. And I will tell you what I prefer to use. So, just the problem is, though this is also working, but the problem is if I have the more conditions, then just because of this, the each time I will be writing the lead source and or, because after all I have to add again here the or and the lead source, correct? So my query will will increase. The size of the query will increase. I have one option here, that is in operator. Okay, what I will be doing, I will be writing here as this, then better to copy. Okay, then after this comma. Okay.
Okay.
And let's see. See, the same data is coming here.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
If you see, the total rows that you may count is 21 and 21. So, you are instead of writing the lead source or these two things again and again, you will be simply adding the conditions here, the comma and whatever the next value we have, and this. So this will be the purpose is same, it is solving the same purpose, but making a query looks shorter as compared to when we are using the OR operator. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Any problem in the
No.
till now? Hello.
No. I'm good.
Okay, Tarun.
Yes, no.
Okay. Okay. Now, okay. So you know about the object that is the task and event.
Yes.
Okay. So
Activity object.
I'm sorry.
You mean the activity object?
Activity object means.
I mean, tasks and events come under activity, right? In Salesforce.
Oh, activity. Okay. Yes. Correct.
Okay.
So we are now going to talk about the polymorphic relationship. Query. So many times, if you have seen the code, then you have, seen the who and what, the use of this, who and what. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, before going to this, let me tell you. Any object which have relationship with multiple objects perform polymorphic relationships. Okay, polymorphic. The name itself is defining. Okay, so we all know the task and event are the two standard objects which they have multiple parents, right? Even when you are creating the object, you have the option to they create the activity below that. Okay, so for such objects, we have the two the keywords, that is who and what, and who we use for lead and contact. Correct. And what we use for all other objects. Now, who and what, they are actually establishing a relationship. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when your task is holding a relationship, I mean, the record which you have created on the task object or event object, and that is related to the lead object. So we have the who keyword, which will be storing the data, and similarly for the contact. But for all other objects, that relationship will be maintained by the what. What is again a field. Okay, let me show you. So how will we go into the standard fields of task and events? Hello?
Yeah, we can go to that particular object.
No, I just want to see the standard fields of the task and events.
Okay, we can. standard fields. You can open the tasks object and see the corresponding fields available there.
See here, what? Look up with all these objects. Who? Look up contact and okay. So, we have a less than 1 minute. Please rejoin the meeting again.
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. Again, here the parent type. I mean, what is the type of the parent? So either it will be, the lead or contact. From task. Now let's see. So ID of the task here, then the parent IDs here, then the type contact lead. Okay. So whenever you will see a code and you will be you will get this query. So now you will be able to understand that, okay, why they have used who and what. Okay. If I add here the what dot ID, see, I have just added these two, the fields in the query. So now I'm getting the what detail here and the ID and the object name. Okay, the data where I'm getting null, that means it won't have any parent. No ID, no parent. No ID, no parent.
No.
Correct?
Yeah.
Any problem till here?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, the tomorrow when we will be connecting again, we will be, the understanding the best practice, why we use the, the limit and what, and there's a, the most popular interview question as well that, the sometimes they ask you that what is the error 101 we get, what is the error too many, the rows. So what is the meaning of that error? So we will, understand these, the interview questions as well, and how to solve this problem, the solution of this in our SQL query. We will see that. Okay. Parallelly, though, the very less people use the SOSL, so we will try to see, the SOSL as well with one or two example in the tomorrow class. But for the for your reference right now, I will tell you that if somebody asks you from the in the interview that can you do the DML statement in the SOSL, simply say no, because the SOSL is only and only used for searching or fetching the data. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
So I will share this to you May I have your email IDs, please? Uh, you can you can send me in the chat.